Hello viewers, welcome to Science TV Prime News. You are with me, Ruth WAIRIMU, with my sign language interpreter doing the voicing, Tobias Omondi. On to our first item. President William Ruto has urged producers and innovators to reconsider their use of plastics in products and packaging to address pollution. Speaking on Monday during the opening of the third session of the Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee on Ending Plastic Pollution at the United Nations office in Nairobi, the president emphasized that the industry and the private sector must accept and explore opportunities in alternative approaches in order to make plastics more sustainable. President William Ruto's regards the ongoing session of the Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee as an opportunity for African plastic alternative industries to become the market leaders and to drive economic growth and transformation on the continent. According to the World Health Organization, more than 400 million tons of plastic waste are produced globally every year.
I would like to affirm Kenya's commitment to ending plastic pollution. We demonstrated this commitment with a ban on the manufacture and use of polythene bags in 2017, followed closely in 2020 with a ban on single-use plastics in protected areas such as national parks, forests, and beaches. Further, in July 2022, Kenya enacted the Sustainable Waste Management Act, which made our country the first in the world to subject all products, including plastics, to extended producer responsibility. We know this is not enough, and we are ready to play our part in the elimination of plastic pollution. Nobel laureate Wangari Maathai, a daughter of our own soil, taught us the principle of the hummingbird, which is essentially beginning to do the work bit by bit until it is done. I thank the African Ministerial Conference on Environment for proposing that the UNEP headquarters in Nairobi be the host of the Secretariat for the Plastic Convention. The chairman of Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee in the synthesis paper to be considered at this meeting has also seconded this idea. I humbly ask members, states, to support this proposal to host the Secretariat at UNEP headquarters here in Nairobi. And I'm saying this because we have been very generous. Many of the environment treaties that have been agreed upon in the past have gone to other destinations, which is something we value. But because UNEP today has grown and we need some grandchildren here, and one of them is going to be this treaty once it's agreed upon.
Moving on to other news. The Kenya National Examination Council, that's Knec, has warned Kcse candidates about the presence of counterfeit examination papers that are circulating on various social media platforms. Dr. David Njengere, the CEO of Knec, has confirmed that these papers are fraudulent and are intended to mislead the candidates. He emphasized that the implemented guidelines are effective and that this year Knec is committed to ensuring the credibility of the national examination results. As the national exams progress in the second week, Njegere commended the cooperation of center managers and the security officers throughout the entire examination process.
Can assure you with absolute confidence, there is no single genuine paper that can circulate on those social media platforms. What they have in there is fake papers. What they do, as the PS explained last week, like now the first paper will start at 8. So some of those social media fellows, they will collude with somebody somewhere and they will look for an image of that paper which is being done. They will try to share it on Telegram. Fortunately, we are working with the Ministry of ICT and all those cases have been neutered. So there is no effect even on social media.
Moving on to other news. UDA party is currently engaged in a civic education initiative for its members and its officials in preparation for the party elections that are scheduled for the 9th of December 2023. This sensitization campaign is underway in all the 47 counties, with teams from party headquarters spearheading the efforts. Paul Kiprop, who is the UDA manager for North Rift, is leading the sensitization in the region, emphasizing that the goal of informing members and aspirants for various party seats. He highlighted that the elections will occur at both the local and the national levels. Kiprop also underscored the commitment to ensure the inclusion of all interested groups, including the youth, women, and persons with disabilities. During sensitization sessions held in Baringo, Trans Nzoia, and West Pokot, aspirants emphasized the importance of free and fair party elections.
Tunarejesta watu wapya, tunakaribisha wageni, hatukatai wageni, lakini vile Gele alisema hii chama ina wenyewe. Kuna wale walikuwa kwa hii chama kitambo, sio? Na walihangaika kuteseka kujenga hii chama, lakini bado tunasema tunapenda marafiki zetu, tunapenda wenzetu, tunakaribisha watu wengi kwa hii chama.
Hii election tunataka ku make sure kutakuwa na transparency, fairness and free, fair and independent process itafanyika. Yule mtu atachaguliwa kutoka pale chini ni yule atatajwa jina, atakuwa announced, atakuwa yule amechaguliwa na the grassroots supporters.
Moving on to other news. The government has implemented stringent measures to uphold integrity of the national examinations. Dr. Belio Kipsang, the Principal Secretary for Basic Education, stated that there have been no major incidents of malpractices that have been reported since the examination commenced 2 weeks ago. The PS credited this achievement to the multi-sectoral approach employed in administering the exams and commended the teachers and the security agencies for their dedicated efforts in ensuring the smooth conduct of the examinations. Speaking in Kisumu Central, where he oversaw the administration of the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, that's Kcse examination, Dr. Kcse urged examination center managers and invigilators and security personnel not to relent until all the examination tests are concluded. He also emphasized the importance of these personnel resisting any temptation to allow cheating during the examinations.
We are through the sessional paper. There will be a number of legislations that will be amended. There may be one or two new ones so that it can assist us in implementing the Presidential Working Party. The only thing I would want to affirm is that the junior school is domiciled in our current primary schools. And we shall continue to consolidate them. We are putting in some resources together with the CDF to ensure that we have adequate classrooms in grade 9 in 2025 in our current primary schools where junior school is domiciled. We are also working with CDF and other partners to ensure that we have integrated resource centers which will be useful for us in our sciences.
At a mere 0.23%, ranking among the lowest in the country. Charles Owino, the chairman of the Kenya Institute of Mass Communications, that's KIMC board, has emphasized the need for SIAE residents to actively contribute to improving the country's forest cover, which currently only surpasses Wajir, Mandera and Marsabit. He highlighted the government's ambitious goal of planting 15 billion trees by 2032, with SIAE aiming to plant 15 million trees within the same period. SIAE County Commissioner Julius Otieno noted the country's target of planting 36,000 trees on the day of the tree planting exercise, appreciating the support from the county government of SIAE in coordinating these efforts across all the world.
We are number 4 from the bottom. We are number 44 in total. Our forest cover only beats Wajir, Mandera, and Marsabit. And yet, we are in a zone with a lot of rainfall. The rainfall in those cover in those areas is very low. And I'm told that our rainfall is higher than even Kericho. The only difference is that we are in the lowland and they are in the highlands. And therefore it is important that we take this activity of planting trees seriously. So far we are told we only have 0.2 cover on forest and about 15% cover on trees. And we have opportunity because we have small hills here, which I think the CEC environment will be able to help us so that we work together with county government and national government and ensure that we plant trees in the small hills that we have here, and most importantly, undertake agroforestry, where in our farms we are supposed to ensure that we have trees in each and every farm and promote tree planting. So far we are required to, the government has a serious ambition of giving us 15 billion trees by 2032. And here we are supposed to have 15 million trees by 2032, about 14.9. So far, we have only done 119,000 in CIL. So I hope that we are going to have ambitious plans to ensure that we plant as many trees as possible.
As a county, we have targeted 36,000 seedlings for today. The seedlings are in the hands of our teams.
That's all for the news. Thank you so much, viewers, for staying tuned and for watching Science TV Prime News. You've been with me, Ruth WAIRIMU, with my sign language interpreter doing the voicing, Tobias Omodi. Up next, we welcome Ben Werengai with Sports News.